Hi guys, so today I'm giving you a tutorial on how I got this brow look, and it's a step by step, and I list all the products and they're my favourite daily products that I use. So if you want to see how I got this, please carry on watching. Right, so the first thing I do is take my double-ended brush and I use the spoolie side and just brush up my brows a bit like that. And just brush them out, and then I take my concealer brush and my MUA Makeup Academy Pro Base Concealer in the shade 150 and just place it on my brush like this, a bit like that, and then I'll go in and carve out underneath my brows. So we'll just go like that, and then make sure you don't do it too thick if you're not wearing an eyeshadow. So I'll just carve it out like that on the bottom. Then I'll do the same on the top. Right, so then I'll go in and do the top. You don't have to do the top, but personally I prefer doing the top of my brow as well, so I just know where to where to stop, if that makes sense. And then I'll just go and repeat this on the other eyebrow after I've done this one. So just like that, and then I'll repeat both steps on this eyebrow. So just add the concealer again to your brush. Carve out underneath how I am. And then we'll do on top. So underneath. Right, so now I'm going to do the top of this eyebrow. So just a bit like that. Right, so now I've sort of given myself the shape that I want to go with. I take my 15H palette from Morphe, and I actually used the shade in it Last Call. As you can see, it's literally running out. Because it's my absolute favourite thing to use on my brows. Personally, I like pomade, but my eyebrows don't really get like the shape they need with it. I don't know if that's because I can't work with it or if it's just because it's the product, but I prefer using eyeshadow, and that's why I'm going to go in with this palette. So I'm just going to take that shade I told you and use the other end of my double-sided brush. I'm just going to put a bit on my brush, and I start with the end of my brows and get them to the length I want them. And then I work my way towards the middle. And then once I've hit the middle and I've started filling it in, I'll fill the end in quite dark because that's how I like it. But as we reach the front of the brow, I'm going to fade it out. And you'll be able to see what I'm about to do in a second. Right, so now I've done the end of that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to just brush up lightly and only go halfway up towards the front. So like that, and then I'm going to go in with my spoolie, and so I'm just going to brush them up like that, and it sort of fades the product out a bit. So just do that, and then give the end a little brush if it's too dark to how you like it. And then I'm going to go in with my Morphe brow gel, and it's just a clear one. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply it to my brow, but I don't want to apply loads so it looks like, it gives you sort of a wet look on the brow if you apply too much, and that's not the look I personally like. So I'm just going to apply a little bit like that just so it's set, and get that little hair at the bottom. So now I'm going to go over and do the other brow. So now this brow is complete, I'm literally going to do exactly the same as I did on this brow. So I'm going to start at the end. Make sure I can see you first. I'm going to start at the end and work my way towards the front. So I'm going to pack the end, like I said, and you might have to recarve the top at the end if you go out of line, but it's completely fine. So I'm just going to be packing the colour in for a minute. And then when I get towards the front, I'm going to do the brushing up technique that I just said, and then go halfway up my brow right at the front, so it gives you a faded sort of look. And then brush it out with the spoolie. Right, so I just went ahead off of camera and carved out the top of my brow again, because you could see I went a little bit out of line. And now I'm going to go in with my Morphe clear brow gel again on this brow and just apply a very thin amount so it doesn't look too wet or stuck down onto my forehead. So now I've done that, I personally then go in and put a little base shade underneath my eyebrows, and I'll just go in with the On the Rocks from the 15H and just apply it under my brows so that all the underneath of my brow, so all the concealer is set. So I'll just do that on both brows and sort of just do it a bit like that. I mean, I wouldn't do it so far down my eyelid if I was doing eyeshadow afterwards. But if I was just wearing the brows, like I'm going to be in this video, I just go ahead and set basically my whole eyelid. So just a bit like that. And then your brows are complete. So they will just look a bit like this. I just want to say thank you for watching. Hit the like and the subscribe button, and drop some video ideas in the comments or over on my Instagram, which is Mink by Maze. I'll put it at the end of the video so you can see. Yeah, so I'll see you next time.